Echo, TNT, Winston. What? Oh, are we doing this? Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go. Welcome to Emerald Water Anglers. My name is Jason Planke, obviously. And today is the fishing report that we are bringing to you live. We're going to be talking about a couple things today. So first thing I'll get off the plate here, the sound. Sound is fishing really well. The tides for tomorrow, it's a big one. Really early high tide, right around 9 o'clock in the morning. It's a minus tide. And then the afternoon, it's high all the way until 6 p.m. To where it's about a plus 11. So pretty high. I'd fish in that 12 foot to 6 foot range. And again, I would still be throwing some kind of streamer pattern, something like that along that effect. But the one thing I do want to talk about super quick is, a lot of times when people are using a floating line to a leader, you have this big floating line and then your leader sinks right away. Here's a Sonar Titan sink tip from SA, and it's a floating line with the 10 foot of sink 3 here, and it gives you more of a positive hook set, I think. Floating line right to the sinking line, right to your leader, instead of having this floating line right to your leader. So really highly recommend this. Give it a try here at EWA. All right, so my personal favorite, I love talking about creeks. We're in hot and heavy in creek season right now. And Yakima, if you venture over there, it's about 3,000 CFS. Floating is the best right now, wading not so much. But again, towards the end of the year, in a few months, it's gonna get really good for wading. But get out there, starting to get into big dries, dry dropper patterns, some kind of a Perdigon or a Frenchie on the bottom, and some kind of big chubby up at the top. You can vary your length, vary your distance, somewhere around 18 inches to 2 feet, something like that. A little longer if you're fishing those deeper pools. My personal favorite is the cedar. The cedar's looking like 346 right now, CFS. The cedar's absolutely perfect. If you want to get out really close to Seattle, the cedar's the game right now. I fished it a couple times this year already. And, the amazing thing about the cedar, we had that really high water in November, December, and it completely changed the Cedar River. Holes that I've been fishing for 12, 15 years are gone. Now there's 2 inches of sediment there. So you got to relearn the river. Relearning that river is the game, and it's a lot of fun. So if you haven't fished cedar in a while, you need to get out there because it's completely changed. Fishing those deeper runs, I've been throwing streamers and getting shellacked out there on the streamers. So it's super fun, cast out into that riffle water, let that swing into that deeper, right where that shelf comes into that darker water, and you're gonna get slammed. So it's a lot of fun out there. Really early in the morning, first hour of light, last hour of light, dries. It's a dry game out there. We're looking at, caddis, mayfly patterns, something like that. Size 14 is really good. Color, purple haze works really well. Maybe a green body caddis works really well. If you guys know me at all, I like to fish that double fly nymph rig. Dave's probably killing me right now as he's listening to this, but a really big stonefly, size 6, size 8, followed by a mayfly, size 12, 14, something like that. Probably, 14 inches, 16 inches back. Usually I just rip off my tippet about this long. Once I tie both ends, it seems to be a perfect length there. We also been doing dry droppers over on the cedar, which has been super effective. Again, big chubby out there, and you know, you really want to make sure when you do that dry dropper, I would stay away from the tungsten beads. Stick to the brass. It just, you know, tungsten, it's just not deep enough. You don't need to get super deep, super quick, and you don't want to drag that dry down. So you really want, you know, that dry to be about 3 times bigger than your nymph to keep that weight up high. So that works really well. You got the middle fork, the south fork of the Snoqualmie, the north fork, which people don't talk about that very much. Again, check regs, make sure that they're all open in the various areas that you want to fish at. But last year had some really good success on the North Fork. One of the things, like the cowlets, we talk about the cowlets often. You know, it's about 3,600. If you want to go over there and do really well on cutthroat fishing, it's spectacular. And it's just a really good, bring your pontoon out there. NRS pontoons, Boundary 100, sold here at EWA. You can get out there and get on the cowlets and have a really good day out there. So anyway, get out there. Fishing's awesome. It's really hot, so make sure you stay well hydrated, and you know, make sure that you're, you know, fish early, fish late if the heat's a concern. But it's pretty good right now. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks again. Make sure you come in the shop if you want some detailed spots, locations to fish. You know, pick out some flies. You know, get some terminal gear, and we'll get you squared away. All right, everybody, have fun out there.